basis, and they just on a for the number of cows, and they just shake their head, and then they'll
in a good way.
In a good way, and then we end up in this conversation that I never dreamed about. But like just the other day, a gentleman said, "Well, it doesn't take you long at all to bed sand because you're not putting much in," and I never thought about the time aspect. And then we talk about how much less is in the pit, obviously, which is less you have to haul out, and then it's less that's coming in on the truck. And I guess I take it for granted because I've been on them for 6-7 years.
Right.
But these people out there are just flabbergasted at how little sand we use, and
Time.
and time and fuel, and how much the cost of incoming sand, and on top of it all, last year we had the best quality milk we ever had. We got the highest award we've ever gotten. So, it works that way too.
Cell count, mastitis.
The last in 2022, for 12 months in a row we averaged under 100,000. So
That speaks for itself.
yep, good comfy cows, and you don't have to have mounds of sand in your beds.
So I'd like to ask real quickly, how would you tie any of this into labor? Because labor and diesel fuel in the last couple of years have increased dramatically.
So we don't spend as much time bringing sand into the barn. We don't spend as much time scraping sand out of the barn. We don't spend as much time hauling sand out of the pit. We don't have as much in the bottom of our pit as the next guy. We've got at least half as much. Because I compare notes with other dairymen, and I tell them, and we share the things, and it's, from everything I can tell, we are using at least 50% less, and sometimes I find guys that we're closer to 65-70% less sand than neighbors or friends of mine.
Well, probably one of the last things I'll comment on is what I hear, but is the wear and tear on V-bottoms and pumps. It's hard to agitate sand. You almost gotta either get in with a boat or pump the liquids off and handle the solids. So it saves the wear and tear on equipment too, I think. And that's expensive business. We start fixing stuff up like that. So I think maybe less trips to the field may have an effect on soil compaction. I mean, it's hard to put a pencil on every little detail, but when you combine them all together, it's, well, we call them climate smart. These mats are starting to become climate smart for people that are concerned about the environment, which we are. Every dairy is. So, well, Brad, I want to thank you for your time. Enjoy your new barn here. It's a beauty. And that's a wrap from Fox